What was once the Polk County Courthouse now serves as the Polk County History Center and houses the Historical Museum and Library. The museum serves Polk's community through special events, volunteer opportunities, and educational programs. More details are coming up next on Polk Place. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Tina Mann, and joining me in the studio today is Myrna Shung, the Historic Preservation Manager at the Polk County History Center. Welcome.
Hi, Tina. So pleased to be here in February, the month of love.
The month of love. So what are we doing? It's also, more importantly, because I'm not a fan of Valentine's Day, it is Black History Month. So what is the History Center doing?
I'll tell you, we are really excited about this. We take the history of the History Center and we focus a tour on all of the topics in the History Center that feature Black history. So take a walk through the museum, pick up on our Black culture, and then also the History Center is participating with PGTV and Communications and creating some little vignettes that feature citizens from the Black citizens in the community that have made contributions by their life and good works.
And where they can see that, we're going to be posting that on Facebook, and I'm sure they're going to be on YouTube as well. But we have a very talented videographer working on them, so people are definitely going to want to check those out. And for the next couple months, we have cooler weather, so we are continuing the cemetery tours for right now. So that's going to be on February 6th at 11.
Correct, and you know, this is a great lesson in history, in Polk County's history. Join us at 11 at the History Center, take a short walk, less than a mile, down to Oak Hill Cemetery, pick up a couple of historic sites along the way, take a walk through the cemetery under the oak canopy, and learn about the pioneers and their history and how they contributed to the early beginnings of Polk County.
Yeah, I had a chance to visit it last week, and it's not only interesting, but it's beautiful. There's so many different the headstones are just beautiful. So it's a wonderful opportunity. Another exciting thing about February, this has been a long time coming, is the Military Gallery is reopening.
We are very pleased to invite everybody. First week in February, the gallery is opening again. It has been enhanced. The storytelling, the interpretation is a little easier to read, easier to navigate through those. That is a pretty large gallery, so we're very happy to present this new and improved military gallery to everybody in Polk County.
Speaking of new and improved, we are continuing with the Zoom and Vroom Lunch and Learn series, which has moved to Saturdays. So it's going to be on February 13th at 11. So what are we doing? Where are we going this month?
Well, this month we're calling Zoom and Vroom Go West Polk County, and so we're featuring the sites that are more on the western side of the county. And you know, the Heritage Trail, the topics that are being featured, they're items that are there. They just aren't always in sight like a Legoland or big venues. So we're taking you on a little trail along the western side of the county, beginning with the citrus welcome marker that's way out on the northwest side of the county, traveling down through the county on that side. We're going to take a little stop by the Silver Moon Theater and drive in, and some other stops on the way. I won't give it all away, but I will tell you this. We have picked out some very interesting sites for you to go out there and travel around the county. And once again, I think I'm hung up on the fact that February is Valentine's month. So this is a great way to treat your Valentine. Get in the car, take a little drive, contact the History Center to get your map and your guide and all your information for Zoom and Vroom February on the western side of the county.
Right, and what I love about this is that you can tune in on February 13th for the actual live presentation and then go do your things, or you have an opportunity to basically do this year round. Once it's aired, they can actually, within a week, it'll be posted onto YouTube. They can pick the stuff at the History Center up anyway. They can even go back and do January. So it's a really cool format this year. It's one that if you want to do a couple in a day, you could even do so. If you're looking for a weekend thing to do, they're just great. They're on the website. I know they're posting them on PGTV and Facebook, and it's really fun.
And the way to get the information is, remember, Jamie Jameson, Curator of Education and Visitor Engagement at the Polk County History Center.
Excellent. And what is our focus of our February 16th architectural tour this month?
The architectural tour this month don't miss this. It is very fascinating. We're going to be talking about the engineering technology that was used during the construction of this building. This is, remember, 1908 technology. The use of, I won't give it all away, but a live animal as an elevator inside the interior, and then the very interesting construction of those huge columns, which required, let's just say, involvement of humans inside as they were building those columns.
I just recently learned that, and I was horrified. I was like, I'm claustrophobic. There's no way I could have done that work. But it's interesting to think. You see it, and then your brain doesn't always think, how did they do that?
Yeah.
And once you find out, like I recently learned how they do die cuts in printing, and how they hand build all the dies that actually cut things out, and I had no idea. And you get there, and then you realize, wow, this is just something they absolutely, how do they do this? So it's pretty cool.
Building from the inside out, using human energy.
And again, because I keep trying to get away from the love theme, and you keep going back to it, we're going to go back to the Black History Month theme and talk about our genealogy series, which is coming up on February 27th.
So we're so pleased about this. Again, Preston Petermeyer at the History Center organizes the Genealogy Speaker Series, and this is the second time that Annette Little will be with us, and she does a presentation on African American research, and this is at the intermediate level. So if you were able to catch her first presentation, you know that she's quite the expert in the field. She helps people identify the people of color, Black history, Black people to identify their ancestors and make those connections that are sometimes very difficult to connect. So we want to invite you to come back with Annette Little, who owns Heritage. She's the Heritage Detective owner, and she's going to help everybody with their heritage research.
Right, and I thought it was really interesting how they mentioned how they often go back to the slaveholder records to go back and find those ancestry records that are really difficult to find. I mean,
Indeed.
a lot of the people, I personally have ancestors from Finland. I'm only I think a fourth generation American, so I don't have those ties here that go back. But the people who do have those families that go back generations and generations, it's a lot easier to get that information. So
it is, and we're so happy to find an expert in this field who can present this very complicated research for our patrons.
right, and the library up there is always available to assist in research and everything else. They do a great job of assisting our residents and whoever needs help with the access to Ancestry.com. Guys offer so many wonderful things there at the History Center, and I hope everybody in February checks them all out. Thank you for coming today.
And thank you.
Polk County has a rich history and heritage, and the Polk County History Center is continuously thinking of new ways to help Polk residents experience that history. The museum's collection includes natural and cultural objects related to Polk County and the greater Central Florida area that represent our history from pre-Columbian to present-day eras. The artifacts on display at the museum represent individuals, cultural groups, and events significant to the region. Located at 100 East Main Street in Bartow, the History Center is open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Tuesday through Saturday. For more information about exhibits and events, you can check them out on the web at polkhistorycenter.org or give them a call at 863-534-4386.